Mihai's second sortie was designed to calculate how his physiology changed under the stress of combat. My job was to compare his performance as a pilot now to when he was younger and understand how his skills evolved. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure I wanted to know the answers anymore. For a man his age, Mihai's body was unbelievably resilient, remarkably flexible. His reflexes were as sharp as they ever were. Still, after all those years of flying in the outer layers of the atmosphere, even someone as strong as Mihai wasn't immune to the effects of the strain. The human body is fragile. It was not meant to handle the excessive amounts of radiation that constantly bombarded the stratosphere. For Mihai's second sortie, we used a flight suit that was still untested. He seemed fine on takeoff, but by the time he landed back at the base, it was clearly a mess. He got caught in a surprise dogfight with an especially stubborn enemy. It took a while for Mihai to bring him down.
Suspend mission.
The suit was ineffective. According to the data, it wouldn't let him fly to his full potential. A new flight suit was made to my exact specifications. When it finally arrived, Mihai's granddaughters glared at me with their disapproval. They blamed me for the pain their grandfather had to keep enduring. But Mihai remained stoic. He wasn't the type of man who cared about anything that happened here on the ground. I wasn't worried about it. I was confident the new suit would protect him thoroughly so that he could maneuver his plane any way he wanted. The moment he took off in his new flight suit, I realized what I had failed to before. Right after takeoff, as the wheels retracted, the plane suddenly arced up. It accelerated so quickly. I had never seen a plane move like that before. Mihai hit the high G's multiple times before disappearing into the blue. The support team couldn't even keep up. And then I knew. I understood why he never seemed to care about restoring his stolen country back to its former glory, and why he didn't seem to care about anything that happened here on the ground. Of course, Mihai's kingdom was the sky.
The operation to capture Erusia's capital, Farbanti, is beginning. This is the culmination of our work. We need to capture the Erusian forces' general headquarters in the south of Farbanti and end this war. The plan is for ground troops to attack Farbanti from both the east and north, and a task fleet will attack from the southwest. We will secure air superiority over the capital, while providing air support for our allies on the ground and in the water as required. By all accounts, we expect this to be an intense, full-scale battle across land, sea, and air. Should you need to replenish your ammunition or make necessary repairs to your craft, a return line has been set up in the north. During this operation, we will also be tasked with having to destroy the communications satellites that Erusia hacked. If we take down the information communication system that we believe they have control over, it should plunge Erusia into chaos. Once the capital falls, the Erusian military will be isolated and thrown into chaos, making it easier for us to end the war. However, that can't happen until after the capital falls, so you guys are the stars of this battle. Erusia will fight like a tiger, but we cannot lose. We must seize the capital and end this war.
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
Our troops have engaged at Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I've felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. Really put the pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and run up the score a little bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all of you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, come back in one piece.
Strider 1, and below you are to secure the Silver Bridge. They can't break enemy lines. We have aircraft in addition to you, but our numbers are less than ideal.
3 strikes in the sky. Too bad for those guys.
Strider 1, return line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Okay, lock acquired. Firing.
Count is back in the saddle as Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Cute. No, it's real funny.
Look it! Bandit, on your tail!
Still fighting. A missile got through our ETM.
Bandit shut down.
I just lost a friendly. Enemy on your tail.
Fox 2. Missile inbound. Evasive maneuvers. Break!
Enemy missile inbound. Evading.
Left. Focus on defenses on the left. We'll hit from there.
We've got flies buzzing around our heads. Don't take your eyes off them. Target acquired.
Target at gun range. Strider 1, missile launched.
We need more air support. We can't hold a bridge much longer without it.
Call reinforcement! Damn it! Should have known it sooner! Enemy missile! Fire! We have to break!
Behind the enemy. Check that bandit behind you. Lock on. Good night.
It's no use! We have to retreat!
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading for 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other.
Roger. To reform our ranks!
Locked on!
Use your familiarity to beat back the enemy in front.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Target down and out.
Missile inbound, missile inbound.
Okay, Trigger. The park is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat. I'll show you all how it's done.
Breaking off! Bandit acquired. Lock on.
Target shot down.
It's all about how many.
Incoming. Quick.
Conditions keep changing. Missile battles ugly.
Target is down.
Missile launched.
What are you waiting for? Fill up full of lead. Vehicle destroyed. We can't let the enemy take this position. Kill them all.
Targeting gun
Careful.
range.
The roads and sunken ships make these waters shallow. The enemy's striking back with everything they've got.
Hostile has a lock.
Vehicle eliminated.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Missile.
Roger. The mark will be secured. You'll see a big shot clear the way.
I know the feeling.
Bomb around our real issue right now. They shouldn't have mentioned 3 strikes during the briefing. Medic, stay to the engine. I need them back on the front lines ASAP.
Missile. Missile.
Target destroyed.
Bandit has a lock.
HQ, we're falling back. We don't stand a chance against their air support.
Target is hit.
Hold your ground.
Rider 1, hostile has a lock.
Look at what's left of our forces. Damn that 3 strikes.
Boy, am I glad 3 strikes is here.
Enemy is firing. Fall back 900 yards. 3 strikes is here.
Enemy reinforcements on radar. Take him out.
Hostile forces coming near enemy HQ. We don't have enough units to hold them.
Split up. The longer this drags on, the greater our losses.
Roger that. Behind the enemy.
Target is in range of guns.
Don't let them any closer.
Friendly down.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Don't let down your guard. The enemy will fight to the very end.
Enemy missile detected.
I'm behind my target.
They aren't as good as the ones on Silver Bridge.
All it takes is 1 missile and you're history.
Those 2 squadrons that just flew overhead are friendly. Send it Stonehenge. Brave and relaxed.
If you want to go back
It'll
to
be a
base
grind.
line.
Strider 1, this is Control. Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Don't let them through. HQ's right behind us. It's no use.
Missile. Missile.
That area's all yours, Strider. We'll back up Helm Squadron at the submerged area.
Show them how Osia fights this battle.
Fox 2.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Here's the short. There are small boats hiding in the ruins. Take them out before they can approach the fleet.
The comms are full of requests for help from friendlies. Our occupation of Frabati could be in jeopardy now.
Missile. Missile.
Missile coming at me!
Missile hit.
The enemy has a lock on me!
Miss. Target's still active.
Check the port side!
Missile.
Missile! Breaking! You really think that missile was gonna hit anything?
Missile.
Enemy dodged. Continuing attack. We've lost half our men? What about the reinforcements?
Missile.
Exact. Still has a lock.
Target hit.
Guess they're reluctant to make their move, even though we're still recovering from the last battle. Eyeball to Austria. Take care of 9 or Sierra for us. Roger. We'll provide support inside along with Stork. Our target is 9 or Sierra. Prepare the first volley. Ready. Fire! Backup is coming. I'm defending HQ.
Locked on.
Locked on hostile. Eyeball, give us a report. You overdid it. Thanks for the fire report. Roger.
Enemy has a lock on you, Strider 1.
Escaping lock. Breaking away. Enemy ranks are crumbling. Attack their right flank. This is our chance. Enemy missile chasing me. Okay, lock acquired. Firing. We need that bridge to establish our position. Give those ground troops all support they need. Missile breaking!
Strider 1. Missile away.
Drive the enemy back. Take out these pets. There's just too many of them!
We've spotted enemy backup. Check your radars.
Copy. Trigger. It's about time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble.
You don't need to try and target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down, then move on to the next.
Missile.
Your air support considerably weakened organized resistance from the Erusian army. Operation nearly complete. Just need to see it through.
Understood. Understood.
All right.
Understood. Understood. Understood.
Squad 2, eliminating the enemy resistance. Squad 2 and 3 are making their way to HQ now.
Confirm destroyed.
Missile. Missile.
Target down and out.
Strider 1. Missile launched. Remaining.
Locked on bandit.
Missile. Missile.
Finish them off! The enemy is exhausted, but we will be too before long. Our strategy is about to pay off. Taking evasive action. Powerful AA defenses from the AO. Coordinates behind the dodge. There's an AA. North. Protecting the defense of the enemy field. English combat missiles out before it reaches. I'm being targeted from their ground facility. Taking fire! Stay alert. The enemy has a new AA defense system in the AO. Enemy missile inbound. Evading.
1 minute remaining.
Strider 1, that's what I like to see.
Missile.
Strider 1, break!
Missile. Missile.
out there, which is sure to bring an end to the war. You'll be heroes.
Don't know what medals they've got for you, but if you want one, come back in one piece.
All aircraft, listen carefully. This is Lancaster. We have the upper hand. The enemy headquarters is almost ours. Operation to eliminate all enemy satellites also underway. All going according to plan. The end of the war is in sight. Think of something you'd like to eat, guys? Because I'm buying.
Roger that.
Man, don't jinx us.
You're right. New bogies. No, 5 Su-30s inbound.
It's Mr. X.
What's going on here? I don't believe it. We've just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The 2 leaders are at a different level. But don't underestimate the rest of them either. Mission proved to be fun. What do you mean? It's just like you say, the enemy has experienced fighters in their midst.
Missile did not connect. Strider 1, locked on target.
Watching from the pilots. Don't let yourselves be distracted by focusing on the leader.
Red ship is sunk. Single fighter coming back around.
Don't let Mr. X run wild. Friendlies are suffering heavy damage.
Missile. Missile.
Fox 2! Fox 2!
Locked on.
Enemy behind me!
So 5 is hit.
Target's
Sorry,
destroyed.
I gotta bail out.
Mr. X is eating through the Odyssey forces.
No. Who are these guys?
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Enemy is locked on. Break away.
Sunk soon after. That's the last we heard from them.
Not long before our forces are routed.
Strider 1, locked on target. You're low on missiles. No special weaponry remaining.
I'm hit. I've got a sitting duck here.
Stay focused. We've still got a monster to slay. Fox 2.
Call in our air support ASAP. Yes, I'm talking about them.
Cyclops, Strider, stop Mr. X.
Fox 2. Cyclops 3. I've been hit. I gotta eject.
Take him out one by one. Cyclops 3 is bailed out safely. Don't worry. He's gonna make it. Listen, Trigger. Real talk. If we keep this up, someone's not going home. I'll act as a lure. Meanwhile, you will shoot down Mr. X.
What?
All right, he grabbed the bait. Time to take him for a ride.
Missile did not connect.
Man, this is one stubborn bastard. He's on my tail, but he won't fire. Waiting for the perfect shot, eh? Sorry, stranger. My boys won't let you have it.
Strider 1, locked on target.
Missile.
Strider 1, watch your tail. Enough with your air show, Wiseman. You're pushing it.
Oh, Cam, that's sweet. I never knew you cared. You're all grown up. I'll even let the wisecrack slide.
Hey, I'm being serious here.
Stall warning. Stall warning.
Hold up. My radar has shown that an enemy aircraft has been stuck on Cyclops 1 for a while now.
Missile.
Makes my blood run cold to even think if he came up on my 6.
Shit.
Cyclops 1, check your 6.
He's refusing to fire. He wants a sure shot.
Missile.
Not too bad.
Missile launched.
He's acting as a decoy. He has absolute trust in his allies, I see.
Target is hit.
Nice. Fine. Give him one more. You're quite the entertainer, but the show's over with this next shot. Bad pilot. Wiseman, missile closing! I'll keep him on me. Just a bit longer.
Shit. Cyclops 1 is down.
Cyclops Wiseman! Eject already, Wiseman! I'm sorry, Count. This plane exploded. Wiseman! Stay strong. We're not done here. Cyclops 2, you've got the lead. Wiseman! Shit! Negative, Cyclops 2. You're the lead. I can't do it. Trigger should take command. Duty is yours. That's impossible. Do it. Ah! Damn it! Cyclops 4, form an element. We need our top gun if we're gonna take out that bastard.
Look, Count.
You're holding your own out. Cyclops 2, Box 2.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Damn, I want to go to Trigger's aid, but I can't keep up.
I'm on its back. Bandit fired missile.
Missile hit.
Damn.
Now go finish the job.
Get Mr. X, Trigger. Shoot it down, Trigger. You can do it. In fact, you're the only one who can. My radar suddenly turned off. What is it? Respond. My data won't update.
My HUD is
Damn
crashing
it.
out.
What was that?
Lost radar contact. What's up?
Look at the sky. Towards the sun.
What is that?
A star? No. Maybe an explosion?
This is Soul Squadron. Head home. It's not safe to stick around here if we lose our base.
Listen up. We've just lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Farbanti's now under Ocean control. The operation was a success. We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Count, we all feel the same way.
Shit.
So Wiseman died for nothing.
This is a peacekeeping force forward base near Erusian territory. Other Allied aircraft have probably been forced to make emergency landings at other airfields. We don't know much. The mission to capture the capital is nearly complete, but we unfortunately have no intel. The enemy communication satellites are down, and we have confirmed the deaths of several Erusian leaders. But our enemy was smart. They had a similar plan. Our own communication systems were destroyed at approximately the same time. We have no idea when or if they'll come back online. Stand by for further details.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osia's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osia and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osian convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Erusia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned, and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
To the unidentified Osean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
That's something I'll never get used to. But tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Three Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich.
Hostile has a lock.
line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood. Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route. It's Erusian.
They aren't responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Lancaster. They've opened up a path for us. The more the merrier.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
We can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes.
Missile away.
We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
Lancaster, we're taking fire from the vehicles ahead.
You're almost blind in there. Stay sharp.
Attention, Ocean forces. Your target is carrying a peace envoy.
Hold your fire! I repeat, hold your fire!
Strider 1 is back to bed. Wait. The General managed to convince them.
Listen, those that protect General LaBarge are the real patriots. Onward!
Enemy has a lock.
My infantry did. Where did it come from? I'm surrounded by nothing but friendly. No, the attack was an unintentional mistake.
There's a vehicle up ahead. It's gonna ask us to pay a toll. Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
We'll go. Let's go.
We archived all the footage that we've shot when the communication networks come back online.
We need to remind everyone that there's no such thing as a coup war.
Missile evaded.
Signs of the targeting warfare at the beginning of this war are now gone.
This one's mine. Target acquired.
It's no good. There's still a car on the road. Just to be safe, we better avoid the highway and head for the warehouse district. Lancaster, we're taking a detour. Don't lose us.
Strider 1, the General's route has changed. Keep your eyes on his vehicle. Don't let him out of your sight.
This one's wide open. There's a vehicle blocking the road. No response to hails. Radicals.
Here comes the traitor, LaBarge.
This is a wide net they've cast. They really don't want the war to end, do they?
They've been set up in all the right places.
We have some enemies coming up behind us. They're gaining on us. We changed our route, but the enemy's still on us.
Missile in the air. Evade. Strider 1.
We're the only ones here on our side. You guys have opened the trial before, leading our country further into ruin.
That was close for comfort.
Fire from our own allies. Place under rebellion too?
Strider 2, evade that missile. Turn right. No, wait, that goes into the ocean. Strider 1, missile. I can't shake the enemies on my tail.
The enemy has a beat on you.
Tell the truth. Whether you're a patriot or not, you're just too stubborn to change with the times.
Strider 1,
for a minute. You'll bite your tongue. Attack missed. We have to break. We're almost at landfill number 7. If we can make it through, we'll be in arm's reach of the rendezvous at Gruner Park. Captain Carl, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusia. I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. The open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was all the work of some young Erusian officers. They were referred to as the radicals. There was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belgians. They actually went to war. The performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. They even manipulated the princess. The Belgian technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian flight test center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. For those of you listening in, am I wrong? We're heading towards Gruner Park. Rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
Upside down.
I'm hit. Get this guy off my back. Fire on that vehicle.
The VIP is taking fire. His vehicle stopped.
Try to help us before we get shot. It's not like this is a tank or anything.
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 199er Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, don't they know nowhere to see?
Our general's fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military.
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War. Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide. The bridge is being blocked off by a tank. This is good.
Aren't they both Oceans? Cease fire! Cease fire! We're on your side, you idiot!
Take out Denny in autonomous mode. An armored vehicle's behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for it.
We're taking fire! Take care of them! We're under attack! Hurry up and
Try to get off your ass a little faster next time. We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit. There's more to Belkin technology than just your rifles. Taking IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat. They used it to make drones that resembled Ocean fighters. And then to assassinate Harvey and put the blame on enemy fighters. But in the end, Belkin technology became lost to the world.
I can't believe Lucy is responsible for Harlan's assassination.
You talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger?
Strider 1, break!
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the General's day.
Listen up. From here on out, all aircraft are prohibited from taking off.
You're almost blind in there. Stay sharp.
We have no choice! Fire!
ID'd is Erusian military.
The General's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
Critical escort objective destroyed. Mission failed. Abort mission.
Even in a time of war,
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the General's day.
The General's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
Strider 1, Fox 2. Strider 1, target destroyed.
We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for better timing. Nice. Glad to see the Oceans attacking the radicals.
ID'd is OC forces.
how'd you last long, Chester? With the brief, and we're here to help.
Regionalism is part of the infighting within these groups. ID'd is Erusian military.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Glad we waited. Don't worry, we won't let anybody through after you.
Almost at the rendezvous. Clear to the others. Understood.
Radicals truly believe boosted drone productions will make up for losses. They should be taking responsibility for the capital's fall, but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself are moving to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Ocean quickly.
Punch 2! If a drone is acting suspiciously, shoot it down.
We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too.
Who can we turn to in this darkest hour? We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Erusian News Network.
Okay, let's go. Getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. They should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa, whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No, unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the new craft your grandfather told me about. The one with the scratches.
There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait, unknown's attacking the girl's plane.
Alma, hold on tight.
Allcaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
They could be Osean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit.
ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell is going on?
Stay sharp.
Uh-huh.
Right, I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Wilco.
Wilco. Trigger, what the hell are you doing?
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No, unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the new craft your grandfather told me about. The one with the scratches.
There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait, unknown's attacking the girl's plane.
Alma, hold on tight.
Allcaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
They could be Osean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit.
That's all we can do.
ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell is going on?
Stay sharp.
Uh-huh.
Right, I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Call warning.
Granted.
Wilco.
Wilco.
Strider 1, target. Don't dare you interfere. I'm here to deal with that traitor.
Yeah, good work. Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
Those guys are good. They shot two. I managed to catch a glimpse of the three strikes.
Don't miss. Aim carefully.
Mine. No
My
good.
target's down.
Shit.
They're in my way.
Missile hit.
Window 5, locked down. Box 2.
Missile.
Strata 1, target acquired.
Bandit destroyed. Well done.
Strata 1, missile launched.
Nice kill.
Good work. All hostile aircraft aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is... Drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Lancaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, OC craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
We did what we could. Weapons free. We're cleared to attack the escort.
Wilco. Understood.
Wilco.
Can't afford the MQ-99's launch. Our commands are overridden. They must be accessing it remotely. Who's behind this?
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Hey, it's not our fault the world isn't a reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
To build something else entirely.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
This way! No. The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies. Clever.
Strider 1, bandit splashed. Bandits remaining.
I've been spiked.
Damn it. They don't have the drive they need. It's not enough to be fully functional.
3 bandits to go.
There has to be a time when it should not function. But when? They are after the data all day.
Bandit hit.
Two bandits left. Show them what you got. One bandit to go. Target acquired.
Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. General's helicopter is flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
All hostiles, huh?
General, the Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Ocean aircraft.
Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Were you sent by the General's staff? No, we left you to send Missile! I can't!
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns?
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too, once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead. What did you say? Apparently, he was shot down by another Ocean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was chaos, but still. At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.